All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Rolling Out. We are here today joined by a very, very special guest, man. This is an interview I've been trying to get at least 6 years. Like, forget everything else. I've been trying to get this interview done for 6 years, and I can't even believe it. We were setting up. I was like, "Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you." You sat down, had the water and stuff. I said, "I've been trying to get this interview for 6 years." We finally got it, everybody. Cam the Artisan in the building. Cam, what's up, man? How you doing? How you
Good,
doing,
man? How are you?
Man, I can't call it. Man. All right, so new project out, new EP out.
Yeah.
First couple weeks, man. Just how's the reception been around it?
Reception's been amazing. Way better than I anticipated. A lot of 10 out of 10 quote unquote reviews from people. People saying no skips, things of that nature. Being shared across the globe too is definitely making its rounds any and everywhere. It seems like so. Yeah, it's doing good.
So it still surprises you when people are like, "This is good." Like, I feel like because there's so much I want to go through, but I guess we can like start off and everything because you do have places to be, everything like that. We on the schedule, so I guess just kind of going back to Bliss, right? We'll go all the way back to Bliss. Bliss, it's like, okay, you caught one, but how was it when you got the second one, when you got brown skin, girl? Like, how was that for you? It's like, it's not a fluke to you. Like, what did that mean to you to see that you could do it again and it was something that was like legit?
For me, it just kind of reassured everything that I was thinking and my methods. And just for me, I'm very meticulous with how I make music. I rarely just make something just for the sake of it. Like yes, the discipline is there in terms of creating consistently, but everything is with intentionality. And for me, seeing with each release and or just every other release it have a high number count, it just kind of lets me know like, all right, cool, I'm definitely in the right place and I'm doing the right thing.
Right. No, 100%, 100%. And, you caught another one with Circles, which is on the project and stuff like that. So the first couple songs, I'm hearing, I'm rocking with, I'm like, okay, that's cool. It was kind of like a lot of like what I would kind of, go to your sound. I feel like you have like a specific sound of like Cam the Artist and it's kind of like his lane.
Yeah.
And then what really impressed me about the project though was really those deeper tracks.
Yeah.
When you start, I felt like experimenting more, and it was like a different sound from you, different thing. It's like a groovy record, a more singy record, like melodic. I just made that up, singy.
Yeah.
But more melodic, and you took a lot of chances with your voice.
Yeah.
On this project, I guess just kind of like what was all kind of going into that of like, hey man, I'm gonna just go all for it. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna just go all belt out and sing my heart out. Do like what went into that.
So, just going back to the name of the project, it being called Art Samples Volume 2, it's literally just a sample of like really a minor sample. Like there's more things that I can do vocally and creatively, but I just wanted to test certain things out and see how they fit on a beat like this. And if I just did a straight singing record, like how would people receive it? I just think more so I wanted to be intentional about having a little bit of everything for everybody. What I've been noticing too since the project has been out, so it has 2 stars on Apple Music, one for karate, and then the second star has been changing since the project came out. So for those that don't know, for Apple Music, the stars essentially mean that they're like the fan favorites. So when the project first came out, the first fan favorite was Karate and Circles, and then about a week after that, it went to Karate and Free Free, the first track, which is kind of expected because it's the first song. And then after that, it went to Karate and Me and You, and it's been bouncing between Me and You and Circles like for the past like week now.
And I feel like Karate is one of those. It was like kind of the first one that was a bit different than your usual sound, right?
Absolutely.
So I know Tyler and like Gambino, they're like 2 people that you've like kind of referenced throughout your career and stuff like that of looking up to. I guess, just what do you feel like they brought to hip hop as far as, going the more melodic route? Because, you obviously see Yachty's experimental project this year and stuff like that. Like Do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing for hip hop in this direction of them taking it more singing and stuff like that?
I think it's a good thing. It allows us as rappers to feel like we can take on a new challenge and do something different that nobody would expect. I mean, quite frankly, like a lot of my favorite artists, they have that one album that's a totally separate genre outside of what we know them for. Um, and I just think with that, it allows us to push the envelope on what being an artist is. Like, yeah, I can make a bunch of pop albums, but can I make 2 rap albums, a pop album, a jazz album? Like, how diverse can you get?
No, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. My bad. I didn't know that was
Nah,
in
you
there.
good.
You know, like Yachty, like I said, you mentioned released his experimental album. I think that was even this year. It's been so much going on this year.
Yeah.
But you know, like him kind of being from the same area and stuff like that. I want to ask you about kind of like who were some people, I guess, that you kind of like it anybody like in the area that you looked up to? Obviously, you know, people in your circle, Suave,
Mhm.
things like that. But you know, who else kind of like in the area where you like, dang, if they could do it, like I really like, you know, kind of the motion they have and stuff coming from the same area and everything like that.
I mean, it's hard for me to like pinpoint a few because I'm cool with a bunch of different artists,
Yeah.
and I take a little bit of what everybody does and I just kind of incorporate it with what I have. So I can't really say, but it's just more so like everybody inspires me, even if I like don't like their music.
Right.
If I see that they have some sort of like motion or pull, there's something about what they're doing that people are attracted to. And so like just the way that me and my brain works, I kind of have to figure that out and then implement it to what I got going on.
I remember when it was like when Bliss first caught fire and then you
Mhm.
were at a show because you had this video. I don't know if you put out the video or if another outlet put out the video.
Mm.
I think it was you. And you were at a performance and you said, I remember when everybody was doubting me, they was like, oh, you too skinny to rap, or you this and that, you this and that.
Yeah.
And like now everybody and then you had the song Hit You Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the song called? Isn't that Hit You Up?
Selly?
Selly.
Yeah,
Selly.
yeah.
Yeah. That was one of my favorites too. With
Appreciate it.
in the parking lot in the video, like this is
So
I really, yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. That's one of my favorite joints from you as well,
Appreciate
from
it.
a few years ago. So you know, like, anyways, going on that, you know, just I guess, like, kind of, what do you have to say to creators, excuse me, that like doubt themselves, that like have that initial doubt of like I want to rap, I want to do this, but like, am I too skinny? Like, is my voice too timid? Do I dress too nicely? Like, am I not hood enough? Am I not black enough? Like, that's a huge one, and I feel like in our community.
Yeah.
What do you have to tell to those creatives who are scared to kind of dip their toe into that water?
It's just about being authentically you and just kind of navigating spaces, whether it be networking spaces, shows, how you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis. Like when people see you as your artist name and not your regular name, you just got to be bold about it, and you can't really let people dictate how they perceive you because they're gonna perceive you how they want to anyway. So you just got to be confident in like your own skin, essentially. And one thing I've learned too, even with that, like it was just more so me just really wanting to prove people wrong. Um, a lot of times I felt like people doubted me just off of the strength of the fact, like you said, like because I looked or came off a certain way. And now that I've like gotten older and I've kind of enhanced who it is that I am as a person, it's just like, yeah, like I got it. Like I'm not even worried about it.
And you like, I feel like you always like you knew always inside that you had it. You just had to, I guess. Well, what was it? Did you have to prove it to other people? Like how
Yeah,
would you?
absolutely.
Okay.
I definitely felt like I had to prove it because, like you said, Bliss caught fire. Like at that point and at that time, like the other surrounding artists, like I was kind of the only person that had one song at 1 million streams.
Yeah.
And then when Brown Skin did the same thing, like the year after the album came out, it was just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, he got it. And then, you know, people started giving me way more respect than they used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of weird for me. But
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. That's the nature of the game.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm one of them people. Hey, I was fake with Cam, you know, because I was always rocking with Cam because I knew Cam and stuff like that and
Yeah.
everything like that. and Bliss was coming out. I remember the rollout to Bliss, and I'm like, okay, all right, salute to Cam.
Yeah.
But it's like we from Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you said earlier when I asked you anybody in the area that you look up to and stuff like that, and you were like, man, there's so many artists and stuff that I know because I'm plugged in with everybody. It's like everybody makes music. So it's like as much as you want to support everybody and know everybody's stuff, I don't think you can.
Nah, absolutely not.
So it's like I just remember that rollout of Bliss, and I was like, okay, all right, Cam, like I'm supporting everything like that, showing public support. And then it came out, and I was like, okay, yeah, this cool. And then it went up. Yeah. I was like, dang, it's going up. and then it was like, Sprite, wait, that's Cam.
Yeah.
And then it was Bel Air.
Yeah.
Hold on, cuz. And then I seen someone was like, wait, on Twitter. They was like, wait, is that your song? But on the NBA on ESPN before they were, you say, yeah. I said, oh, this is different. The motion is different.
He not stopping.
It's like after a while, bro, you like, hey man, I gotta stop it, bro. I gotta stop. You can't just scroll, you know what I'm saying, on the timeline, see your friend or whatever, and be like, do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Support your friend, comment, hey, keep going, bro, keep going, bro. You gotta stop and listen to the full projects when they come out, and everything like that. So I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the fake ones. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm here now.
No, you good.
If you late to the party, you still in the party.
Right.
But you can't, hey, you know what I'm saying, Cam? You can't be, oh, Cam, I knew from day one. I ain't know this was going to happen, Cam. I ain't going to hold you, bro. But I'm so glad it's happening for you because you're a good person, bro.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate you being real about it, too, because, like, a lot of people will, like, have interviews and stuff like this and be like, nah, I was rocking with you since day one. It's just like that don't even be the case. Like,
you got to think, because when you came out, I'll break it down like this. We talk about it like this. It was Northside Mally. He had his thing going on.
Yeah.
Suave obviously had his thing going on. Y'all in the same camp, everything like that. If y'all look at my first Suave interview, 2017, came in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Suave had his own thing going on. Dalen still had a lot of motion in the county and the city and stuff like that. Yachty just popped off in the city. So it's like, and then Larry League was a thing around that time. Larry League. And then, obviously Tony Snow was at kind of the early stages of where he was and stuff at the time. So it was a lot of people popping off. Pop star Benny, who was Benny Jets back then. He had his little motion going on. Rob Olu was rapping at the time. Rob don't even rap anymore. He like a manager for Tony.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? So it was just so many people that was already popping, already had their thing. With Cam, it was like, okay, Cam, salute everything. I see you working. Yeah. But I want like tuned in to everything Cam was doing. And I feel like, you have to be real about it, bro. Like you can't be like, yeah, I knew from bro. You was listening to Larry Lee. You was listening. Facts. You was listening to Suave. Salute to Suave. Suave is still doing this thing. This ain't no diss, but I'm just saying, like, folks just got to be real about it. Like, you wasn't listening to everybody day one, bro.
Nah.
But what do you think is the importance of being genuine and telling the truth?
I mean, I think it's hard to tell people the truth because it's like people are afraid that people gonna think you a hater. Like if you come out and you're just like, yeah, like I like this song, but like the rest of these songs and they not really all that. Like go back in the studio and work on it some more. People gonna whatever that artist is, if he's not like true to himself, he's gonna be like, oh bro, you hating, bro. Like I thought we was cool. And it's just like I get that mentality, but also too, like there are people that do try to give constructive criticism. So now it's to a point where people don't even want to give constructive criticism because they afraid people gonna call them fake or they gonna feel like they hating or whatever.
Benny was talking about that. Benny the Butcher. He has a listening party. At the time we're recording this is Wednesday for New Music Friday. Tomorrow, Thursday, he's doing the thing in the city. His album listening party and kind of media get together. And he said the same thing. He's like, man, music and hip hop is trash now because everybody want to critique. I'm like, bro, critique is a part of art. Yeah. Like it's literally in the word almost. Like I don't think there is an R in critique actually. So it is. No, but there isn't an A. And, yeah, so we close enough. But like it is what it is. Like people are always going to critique if you drop, and it's just like I feel like with Twitter, it's just or X, it's just like kind of more widespread now. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely agree. Like people have more groupthink nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like with the whole Drake thing, I feel like Drake is the perfect example of that. Like people can't be like, I like this album. I don't like this album. It's like they see one tweet go viral, that's calling this trash, and everybody thinks it's trash. Um, I feel like okay. I'll ask this. We'll go to this. So streaming, coming up in the streaming era,
Mhm.
So many projects that drop every single week now
Yeah.
because people are trying to play the numbers game and stay relevant.
Mhm.
Um, what do you think is the key to remaining relevant and keeping your name out there and stuff? Because I feel like you've done a great job of that. Like Bliss was what, 2017, 2018?
27, 2018, 2018.
5 years.
Yeah.
So 5 years, you've had Bliss, you've had Brown Skin,
Mhm.
you've had yeah, you could say Selly. I mean, I like the song. It's one of my
Yeah. It
favorites.
did its thing though.
And then obviously Circles.
Yeah.
And then so it's like that's four big records.
Yeah.
In 4 years.
Facts.
You've remained relevant
Mhm.
in those 5 years in the streaming era as an independent underground online artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you do that?
So this is a model that I personally go by. It's the model of being everywhere at once. So I'm never gonna be one of those artists that drops once a week, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's just not me. But
And
like
shout out to Russ. Shout out
yeah,
Russ.
shout out to Russ. And I get it. If he sees this, he's gonna be like, "Why would you not do that?" If you're, bro, it's obviously I'm doing something right. But just outside of that, like I don't just make music. Like I model too, and like I know how to maneuver the music industry to a point to where, okay, if I know I'm not gonna drop again until what's this November, if I know I'm not gonna drop again until next year quarter two, whatever, let me try to get like a little modeling campaign with American Eagle or something. Like, let me try to see if I can do like a merch collab with Champion and then push that for, a couple weeks or whatever. It's you can keep your name relevant without dropping a bunch of music. Because then what you do is when you drop a bunch of music and it's not good, it's going to water down your entire brand as a whole. And people aren't going to be excited to hear what you have coming next because you drop one really good song and you drop 7 mid ones.
Yeah.
So,
even going off of that, like, where did you get that business mindset? Was it school? Because you did go to school. So
Yeah.
like, well, was it school that kind of gave you that business mindset of, okay, we're gonna get this deal with this corporation, everything like that? Because most, especially independent artists,
yeah,
they aren't thinking about that. They're thinking about, okay, this song got 20,000 plays. All right, we got some motion. I get in the show, get another show. Okay, this song kind of died down. All right, hit the stew, keep dropping, like you said.
yeah.
And then, if you miss too many times in a row, people forget about you after a while. Your mindset of like brand deals, where did that come from? And who kind of taught you of like who to reach out to, what to look for in contract negotiation processes and things of that nature?
I remember having a conversation with my homie Sebastian. Me and Sebastian go way back, like high school. Sebastian's the reason why I even met Suave in the first place. So Sebastian really like one of the ones that helped connect a lot of Atlanta for real. Yeah. But that's a different conversation. But he was the one that pitched it to me. He was just like, bro, like try to be everywhere at once. Like, and this is before like these algorithms were changing and like more people were dropping music as underground artists. So I'm just like, all right, cool. And I just kind of applied myself to figure out, all right, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna do that, like let's set a timeline. But also too, like just being for real, like a lot of it is like divine timing for me too. Like even me working with Sprite, that being directly after my album coming out, like the way that it just happened, I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like they reached out to me, like me doing a modeling campaign with American Eagle, like when I really needed bread to like push Circles. Right. Divine timing, like I can't make it up. So a lot of times, like it's very strategic, but a lot of times, like God just be throwing me stuff.
And speaking of that, like a perfect segue to that, I met Cam in church.
Yeah, facts.
So I was like, like just I guess like, and you never shy away from it in your music. You always bring up your faith and things of that nature. You bring it up on social media. I remember you had the whole like Cam Sunday Fit thing. You did that for a couple of years and stuff like that. So like, I guess just like if I'm someone watching this right now and I'm not the strongest in my faith. I might have grown up in a black household, something like that. So my grandma was always pushing it. I wasn't really trying to hear it.
Mhm.
And you're on the fence. You grew up, you went through some turmoil in your 20s. What do you have to say to that person who's on the fence about believing in God because XYZ happened in their life?
I mean, for that, like you kind of just gotta find God on your own, like, or just let Him reveal Himself to you. And I think that's what pushes a lot of people away because they feel like it's being forced on them. And then everybody's running with this narrative of Christianity is the white man's religion, but people don't know Christianity started in Ethiopia. And if you don't know where Ethiopia is, it's in Africa, the one of the blackest continents in the world. So it's just like really diving deep into learning about what it is and where it comes from and the origin and what it means to you. Like we have people that like practice and study all of this astrology stuff. Like that's cool. Like that's not nothing that I necessarily follow. But it's just like using that same model. If you stay up till 12 a.m. every night trying to see what's up with horoscopes, you can do the same thing with Christianity if you're trying to really bridge that gap for yourself.
And like you say, it's just it's so important and everything like that because what was I gonna say? I was gonna go somewhere with that. I lost my train of thought. So we gonna go to the next thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you talked about Sprite, you talked about American Eagle, all these things and being everywhere at once.
Mhm.
I guess just like what's the game that you want to give to like just people, period. Like, right? Like 20 somethings trying to figure out life. You talked about everything that worked for you and stuff like that. What's
Mhm.
just some general game you want to give to them as well?
Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to try neither. Like there was a long period of time where I was scared to try. Like, believe it or not, I actually was not gonna put Bliss out. And because I just thought it was too vulnerable at that time, like in my career. I'm just like, nah, everybody's trying to hear like the turn up stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, nah, let me just like take chances.
Cole
Like,
said the exact same thing.
yeah, it's like if you really feel strongly about something, like even Karate on the project, like I love that song. That's like one of my favorite songs I've made so far. But that was just me really taking chances on my vocal production and seeing how well I could put together like a song. Even just the writing on that song is crazy. Um, and just dare to be different. Like I know it's easy to like mimic this person, but like T-Pain said, we already have people
We already
making this
heard it.
kind of music,
We
bro.
already
Do
heard it,
something
right. Do
else.
something
Like
else.
he's right.
T-Pain does such a great job on Twitch and everything. I remember he went to the AMP house
Mhm.
and he who's Davis. He was in Davis' room
Yeah.
and he reacted to the AMP cipher and the way he broke it down was just like he's what the kids need to listen to right now because I feel like that's why hip hop is in the place it's in
Mhm.
as far as like sales and everything like that. I think okay, how do you feel about the overall take? We'll go there before I go into you again.
Mhm.
Pause. How do you feel about the overall outlook of hip hop right now?
I think a lot of people. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do feel like it's deteriorating in a sense because again, everybody's trying to make the same kind of music, and I don't know. It's weird because I feel like everybody's favorite artist makes the same kind of music every time, and they still kind of like gravitate towards it. I just find it weird. I get it too, like having a signature sound. That's what makes people love what you got going on. But also too, like I don't think people really want to take risks to a point, and I feel like we're at a point where people don't feel like we don't know what to do next, essentially. Just like rappers in general, like, okay, because it's like if we rap, oh, you're an old head, you're 30
Yeah,
plus,
yeah,
and then it's just like if you do something melodic, it's just like, bro, we don't want to hear the singing stuff.
yeah.
Where's the trap stuff? So I think people are just kind of like tiptoeing around what the fans want, and it's just like, bro, just do what you want.
I hear it, and I agree with that.
Mhm.
I feel like it's also a lazy take to be like hip hop is in a bad place right now. I just think there's just too much out there. But it's like you have to go beyond the surface to find it. Like
Mhm.
you sound different than Kenny Mason.
Mhm.
Kenny Mason sounds different than JID.
Mhm.
JID sounds different than Lil Yachty.
Mhm.
Lil Yachty sounds different than uh Caribou.
Yeah.
Caribou sounds different than Tony Snow. Tony
Yeah.
Snow sounds different than Anicia. Anicia sounds different than Russ.
Yeah.
Russ sounds, you can go Earl Sweatshirt and Alchemist. They got a whole thing going on right now in
Yeah.
hip hop that's big, and
Yeah.
it's like it don't sound like nothing everybody else is putting out.
Yeah.
So it's like I just feel like it's just too much that's out right now. But as far as the stuff that's being pushed in the mainstream,
Yeah, absolutely.
100% agree
Yeah,
with
yeah.
everything you said. I feel like people have gotten lazy, everything like that. And it's funny because at the same time, when you say that, I still, Gambino is my favorite rapper. Like, I feel like of kind of like of the time, I feel like there's multiple favorite rappers. Like you have all time, this time, and then like currently.
Yeah.
Like currently, my favorite rapper is probably Caribou.
Gotcha.
Of this time, Gambino. All time, it's between Ye and probably like T.I. Three stacks, you know what I'm saying? But probably Ye. Ye got the cake. Ayo. But but with Gambino, I'm one of those people that's like, bro, rap. Like I love it. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like 31520 was so underrated, but like I miss when you just rap, like flat out rap.
Yeah.
And you ain't rap since 13, 14,
yeah,
bruh.
13.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel it on both sides of the side of the coin and stuff like that. But what I wanted to ask you about, man, like I always ask you when I see you, like, how are you doing? Like, how are you really doing mentally and stuff like that? Because you are so vulnerable in your lyrics. And it always just seemed like you're going through something, man. So like so for men's mental health, Black men's mental health in particular, man, like what are some tips that you have for them when they going through it?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't answer that question because when I'm truly going through it, I don't know how to cope. I don't know how to deal with it because I don't have vices.
It's chemical.
Yeah, like I don't have a vice. Like I don't smoke, I don't drink. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have anything to like mentally take me away from being hurt, depressed, or whatever, right? I've tried meditating, I've tried journaling. It just does like in the moment. For me, that stuff just doesn't work.
Have you ever tried punching? Like punching a pillow, punching a book bag?
That's a tantrum, bro. Like
it's not a tantrum.
I don't know.
If you go in your room, try it. If you go in your room, like punch a pillow or something, like screaming the pillow, pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like get it out. You know what I'm saying? By yourself. Get out all the anger, all the frustration you might feel. You know what I'm saying? That might take a lot of energy out. Cause I don't know. When I'm really going through it, a walk might help, fresh air might help, sunlight might help, everything like that. But at this, like you said, at the end of the day, like if you sad, you sad.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But like, I don't know. I be talking my friend's head off. Therapy has worked for me, but like therapists tell you the same thing. So it's really just I use therapy as a soundboard more so than like I want to hear something professional back to give me, because everything they tell you is stuff you already know.
Yeah.
It's like if I'm down bad about a woman that I really like and she ain't rocking with me no more, she kind of on the fence now, she playing mind games, like she rocking with me one day and she ain't the next day.
Yeah.
She like, oh, she playing games with you. It's playing fish in the sea. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You young, you're not 30. I know that.
Yeah.
But it's like for me to at least tell you, man, this girl tripping. She had her husband. And I could tell her that for 30 minutes and she ain't gonna cut me off and be like, I gotta go because she don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
She gotta hear it because I'm paying her for to hear it.
Yeah.
So I think having a soundboard is good in that aspect with therapy and stuff like that. And then like taking walks, getting some fresh air. You still gonna be sad, but I ain't gonna be as sad.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for me, like I really, if I was to like truly answer the question, like I know like naps help me.
naps.
And really just like I wouldn't call it meditating. Like I do like take time to just like sit and just like process everything. That's how I like healthily cope with it. Like I don't bottle it in. I had to make sure I cleared that up. I don't bottle it in. It's just more so like the things that people are like, nah, what my ways of dealing with it aren't conventional to how everybody else deals with their problems.
So do you speak to your homies? Do you tell your homies like
nah, because they joke too much.
Dude.
No, like seriously.
No, I heard you. I heard you. It makes sense. Like we black, we from Atlanta, so like I get it. Like they're like, oh, you sad, man. Going outside about that girl again.
He's like, all right, y'all got it.
He said, what we doing? 2K? Cam on 2K with the girl.
Yeah, so that's why, like, again, I just sit to myself and just process everything.
I don't know.
Because I don't have anybody to talk to.
I feel like you need to get it out though. Like a therapist is great, Cam. I'm telling you.
I got you. It's just
Yeah.
I think for me with therapy, I'm still in a position to where I'm trying to like be able to afford it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like affording it, like, because I mean, with personal bills, and then I'm literally constantly investing my money into music.
Right, yeah. Music is a lot.
Yeah. So
you're speaking of, I hate to jump from like such a like deep thing and stuff to something so surface level, but your music videos are amazing.
Thank you.
Like your like the vision, like you said, you already do stuff with fashion and stuff like that, but like where did the visions come from for the musical directions of the videos?
Normally by the time I finish a song, I have a vision for the visual already, or I have like 75% of it, and I might outsource having somebody kind of flesh the rest of it out. But growing up, I always understood music needed some sort of visual to showcase the true dynamic of like that song and capturing the essence of that song. And like literally daily I study like visuals, photography, aesthetics, everything. So that's why, like, for me, I'm very particular on my visuals, like color grading, shot selection, things of that nature. So it just kind of grew with me as I grew up, basically.
And wrapping up because you're running out of time. I guess 3 albums that really created Cam the Artisan.
Wow, that's a great question. Prince's self-titled album, Prince. That created me. This is gonna be a weird one, but I would say The Evolution by Sierra. And I'll say The Eminem Show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that I ain't gonna lie, that the Eminem threw me off. Like Sierra didn't throw me off as much because it was like, okay, like I feel like everybody has that one weird one.
Yeah.
Eminem threw me off, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, because I don't really, hear like the miracle literature, spiritual, and you like, I feel like you be talking about
Nah, we're not. No, listen, when I first started rapping, I wanted to be Eminem.
So you want to be lyrical, miracle, spiritual, back rapping in the spirit pool.
Yeah, lyrically.
Can you give the people a taste of what they should expect when they press play on Cam the Artisan?
You don't know because it's so many different sounds and different styles. But I mean, the basis would really be like neo soul hip hop.
Can we get a verse?
Oh, you want a verse?
Yeah.
Let's see. They wasn't banking on a conquest and CAA how upset. They still having doubts that I'm up next. For real. For real. Only here to inspire and none less. I ain't a shooter, but speak on my name and them shots gonna ring louder than Funk Flex. Wait. Know the niggas I fuck with. All right, yeah, that's all y'all getting.
Yeah, hey. I'm wrong with it. Hey, I put Cam on the spot. I ain't even tell him go ahead. He was gonna have to freestyle then. I ain't even tell him. But most people when they come in here, what they say, I can't do it. See, real MC spit. They always got something in their back pocket, whether it's just even if it's just 2, 3, 4 bars, it still got something.
Come on now.
Y'all scared. Y'all coming up here scared every single time. Oh, I don't know. How you gonna promote yourself as a rapper? You can't even rap on it.
You got a point.
Hey man, Cam the Artisan, we appreciate it so much.
Appreciate y'all
trying to get this in since 2017, 2023. We finally got it done, rolling out. New Music Friday. Until next time, Cam, where can the people find you on social media?
You can find me everywhere at Cam the Artisan. That's Spotify. That's Apple Music. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. It's all the same thing. CamTheArtisan.
We are out. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you, Jada, for producing this.